hello, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend. Be a little late today with our two tons of fun Thursday, but on the docket, first up, we have 1,000 Pound Sisters, Season 4, Episode 8, Forbidden Fruit. Okay, so we're moving along, and we've had the surgery. Tammy spends the week at the hotel, gets her first evaluation, heads back to the care facility, and we are introduced to her boyfriend, who by the end of the episode is her fiance. Well, I don't know what to say. I have nothing to say.
So here's the thing. So it wasn't just me because I got really nothing out of this episode. I mean, you had Amanda and what's your name? Amy at the spa, taking a rest day. And like, here's the thing. I'm not trying to diminish Amy's feelings, but I'm like, you chose to have a second child. You wanted to have a second child because you're getting older. I understand that, but I didn't understand how you didn't know that having two children under two was going to be extremely difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
I don't listen to Amy. I don't listen to Amy. I just don't. She never makes any sense to me. And like, I really gave up when the little boy Gage was painting and she called him Mozart. I was like, bitch, know your mediums. God. The only thing I took away from this episode was in the thumbnail, stalker vibes. The dude at the in the rec center who called Caleb, what do you call that? Stalker vibes? Yeah. Right. Yeah. That was my big takeaway from the whole episode. And I didn't know that there was a corn pit. Like, I only thought there was a sand pit, but I never knew there was a corn pit. I would think that would hurt, but
yeah. But okay, sorry, but they go through that, right? Mm-hmm. The spa, they talk. This is that. Amy crying about it's tough. Well, yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's 2 kids under 2. 2 kids period is tough. 2 under 2 even tougher. Sorry, you should have thought about that. Moving on, then. Amy, was Amy? No, Tammy talking about she's ready to come home. This and that, yeah. She's excited. I'm like, okay.
With that scene with her cussing everybody out. So is it just me, or has she not changed? And to me, that solidified that she did not pass her therapy evaluations.
Well, yeah, it's the same Amy. It's the same Tammy.
Same Tammy, but okay. Tell us another lie.
Michael don't help with the kids at all. Right. Let's talk about Michael real quick.
Do we have to?
Okay, no, like I don't think he was even in this episode, but it's interesting to me. Like when I found an article, because I just was doing a little research, I came across an article, and when it said they met in high school, like, excuse you? What do you mean they met in high school? I'm like, huh? I'm like, Michael.
Back.
That's what I thought. I thought he got left back. Like,
because isn't he in his 40s and she's in her early 30s or something?
No. Okay, according to the article, Amy's what, 35, 36, okay, and he's 30, and he's 39.
What?
39.
And I said 40s? Oh, wait.
No, here's what I thought. I was like, oh, Amy, I'm like, okay, so Amy goes for the older gentleman. I thought she got her man his late 40s, early 50s. And he was maybe like had been married before, but didn't have any kids.
That was never married before. Jamal, who gonna want that?
Let's be nice. So I was like, okay, he really wanted children, so he had to find him a younger wife. I'm like, that's fine, it's normal, it's whatever. But when it says 39, I'm like, okay. I'm like, that is a very hard 39. We're talking like jail, prison, and substance abuse kind of hard.
Selling booty tang underneath the bridge kind of hard.
And I was just like, what is this? No. And then the fact that he does not help with the children, like you can tell he does not help with those kids, in my opinion, because having 2 kids or 2 is hard. But most women, if he were helping, she would be so overwhelmed, in my opinion. I really, really feel that way. And that scene on the last episode where he sat there with the baby, like, and then they mess with the diaper, and he's still filming. And she's like, you might want to stop what you're doing and like help with his diaper. I was like, I'm gonna side with Amy on this one, everybody. So it was just a whole mess.
I think, okay. I don't think either one of them knows how to parent. I think that they have relied on other family members to help them with those children. And that is why she is such a mess now that she has to deal with both of them, because she didn't know how to deal adequately with one child. As much as I do see that he is not that great of a help, but I want to know what he does for a living. Because if you are the financial caretaker and provider, if you have like a full-time job and she doesn't, other than this show, I don't expect him to be a full-time hands-on dad, because you're out there at a full-time job. So the bulk of the child care, I would think, will fall to Amy because she's at home. That's just how I feel. I know it might not be the consensus. Does it allow him not to take care of his kids? No. But if he's going to a full-time job, I'm going to cut him some slack, because he's going out of the house to work. Secondly, when I see her interactions with the children, they don't seem like someone, like when I see Amanda with those kids, I see someone who's raised kids. When I see Amy with her kids, I see someone who is fumbling and bumbling and unsure of what to do. I can understand that if it's your first kid, but this is your second kid. It's not the first time at the rodeo. Yes, children are different, but I don't understand what is happening here.
I do have a question for you. With Amanda, when I see her just by herself, when I compare her to Amy and Tammy, do you think that part of the issue is that Amanda has, like, you could tell she's lived life. She's lived adult life. When you contrast that to Amy and Tammy, you can tell they've always taken care of them and shielded them. Because Amanda knows what to do. She knows what to say. You could tell she has experience in life. Life experience. There we go. That's what I was trying to work my way through.
It's also a different personality type. Amanda is very, she directs things. She gets things done. It's like, oh my God, the baby's crying. Let's get it sorted out. Is the diaper wet? Is it need food? Is it uncomfortable? Like, she's very hands-on, takes charge, and tells everybody what to do, right? She's like the manager of the facility. And then you've got Amy, who I feel is a slacker and has just fallen into the role of, well, I know one of my siblings gonna come and help me out.
That's my thing. That's what I was saying. Like, they've become dependent, and they've taken that dependence, they've carried that through their to their adult life. Because if you really look at it, if Amy could, she would have Amanda watching those kids. I'm sorry, I believe that. If they could get away with it, Amy would hire a nanny. Period.
Not just Amanda, but wasn't she who had Gage when she was in labor? His mom, right?
I think it was his mom.
Right. So she's got well, not really her mom, but his mom taking care of the children. Amanda, probably Misty, Chris wife, Brittany. I never remember her name. Oh my God. I don't know why I keep on wanting to call her Christy. But she's got a lot of helping hands there that I feel her innate laziness has taken over because she knows somebody going to come in and pitch in. And then you have Amanda reinforcing that, saying, whenever you feel overwhelmed, you know, we're always here. We're always going to help. Stop it. I'm not saying totally abandon her and forsake these helpless children, but she's got to be a mom and he's got to be a dad. If you Amanda, I'm talking to Amanda, holding him accountable, you got to hold your lazy sister accountable too. Because if she got enough time to be on the fucking TikTok and YouTube making stupid videos, then she got enough time to wipe her kid's shitty ass and snotty nose and wash its feet. Sorry. I don't care.
No.
I don't care.
I mean, I get it. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's just like, you know, and what happened is with, you know, Amanda and them trying to be a good siblings to them, they kind of reinforce an enabling, dependent type of personality.
Okay, so Snow Space Cake, love that name. She says, or he says, my guess, Michael doesn't want kids in the first place. I think he does want kids, especially from her, because she's making money. Yes, they do. All of them, including mama and daddy, need to be bathed daily. God. Okay. So let the minor characters, anything else that we have to say about this family? Before we get to Tammy and her shenanigans?
I don't think so. I think we hit on like the key points of this episode because it really wasn't much. It was mostly Amanda reinforcing Amy's, you know, not reinforcing, but helping Amy out, and you know, taking her out, taking a break, and then the other key point was towards the end when we meet the soon-to-be husband.
Okay, so let's head on back to the facility. And we are in the rec room and we are gambling, and Caleb rolls in. Now, Caleb has been at this facility for a year, but he only just poked his head out of his room 2 weeks ago and became fast friends with Tammy. And he admits at this table that his sister-in-law, brother-in-law, some family of his found out about this facility through Tammy's social media. So he says he came to the facility because of her. And one of the gentlemen at the table said, what do you call that? Stalker vibes? I was like, wait, what? Explain that whole situation for me. Who goes on social media to find overweight rehab facilities? And where is he from? What state is he from? Did they even mention that?
I don't recall. I'm going to be completely honest, because I couldn't get past the fact that when they asked him, "How did you wind up at this facility?" and when he said because of her, I kind of lost everything a little bit. I feel like I was kind of in shock, which is usual. And then when he completely admitted that he went on her social media, and then they repeated this to him. They said, "So you wound up here because of her social media," and he said, "Yeah." I'm like, "Sir, no, that's not the way you answer that question. No,
No, but did you hear his rebuttal to the guy who said it sounds stalkerish? He goes, "No, I do my research." What? What?
Mm-hmm.
That was so shady to me. And then Space Cake says, they get married after 2 weeks. That's too fast. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my thing with that. Who goes to a rehab facility as friendly as this one that's serving, cups of pepperoni, and you ain't coming out of your room for a whole year? It makes no sense to me. Y'all are a little bit too familiar to have only been actually speaking for 2 weeks. And the rest of your cronies in the gambling den of the rec room, they're a little bit too familiar with the two of y'all together. So y'all been talking for this whole year, and y'all been bumping uglies for this whole year, or twiddling and twaddling your peepees and weebies. Y'all been doing something for the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
Production, do better with your hired actors and your
And then you're
and
not
your screenwriting.
okay. So it's not just me because when he said I found her on her social media, I'm like, and I went to the cynical route. And I was like, so you really gonna sit here and tell me that you just gonna pop up at her facility and you haven't been in the DM? Shut up. Shut up. You tell me you gonna come there for somebody, but you gonna try to make us think y'all haven't been talking into the DMs prior to your arrival. And also, Tammy told herself when she said, like, yeah, normally I don't go for the bigger guys, the bigger people, but there's just something about him I really like, which means you got to know him personally before he got there. I'm gonna need y'all not to try to play with me like that. That's
I
just
don't
my
believe
opinion.
any of this. I don't
That's my
believe
computer.
any of it.
That's my conspiracy theory that they were talking before he got there, long before.
They just seemed a lot more familiar than someone who's just
Right.
known each other
Exactly.
for supposedly 2 weeks.
And it's that instant of connection.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
sir,
okay.
hold on. Let's talk about this. So we is gonna be kind of just blows out the water. We see. I want fast forward. We see that he's going to propose, right,
Uh-huh.
sir? How you get that ring? I'm
Well,
just saying.
that look, he could have got that mail order because it ain't worth nothing more than $25, including shipping and handling.
I'm just saying, like, you really gonna buy a ring for somebody up to two? Okay.
But wait, and the staged proposal out in the parking lot. Hey.
Oh, not the parking lot.
Okay,
The
so
parking lot proposal. Oh
I know.
no.
Sunway says, how long, years, do you think before Tammy or her husband start to have kids? Tammy seen Amy have kids after surgery. Wasn't it a year or two after her surgery?
I think wasn't it like
Okay.
a year?
I don't think it was even a year before she
It wasn't
got
within a
pregnant.
year.
But okay. Okay. He had surgery? Because
I don't think he
I think I
well,
had mentioned before, I think next season is her bargaining for his surgery.
but see, I'm not sure, but he did say he's lost 200 pounds since he's gotten there, but they never said surgery. He never
200
said he got
pounds
surgery.
where? Okay, wait. 200 pounds where?
Chat, let me know if I misheard that because I could have thought he said he's lost 200 pounds since he's gotten there, which tells me he's been there a while. He's been there at least as long as she's been there or close to it.
Hold on. Hold on. Please tell me I still have this picture. Jesus. Jesus. You know, so annoying. Where is it? Why aren't these pictures coming up? Shit. Oh, all right, I'm going to try to get these pictures. I have pictures of the parking lot proposal. Oh, okay. Hold on. I need to do this. Present. Share screen. Okay, Jamal, help me with this. What in the holy heavens? Okay, so she's a month post-op and she's lost 40 pounds, I think she said.
Right.
Why is he so much taller than her? What kind of wheelchair is he in?
He's in a power chair.
Motorized. He's in a motorized
he's in
chair.
A power
okay.
Chair. Yeah.
But so he lost 200 pounds on his own in the year that he's been there, or has he had surgery?
But see, that's why I don't know. He just said like he's lost 200 pounds since he's been there. I never heard him whether or not that he's had surgery.
How is this gonna get together to have kids though? I'm gonna need y'all to send me some diagrams. Our email address is on our about page on our YouTube channel. Jamal, you monitor that inbox. Please check for any sort of diagram and help me understand. And you can provide additional mechanical instruments, car jacks, all those heavy duty ones that you have at your dealership, cranes. Just help me understand how we're going to get his PP to her tutu in order to do it the natural way. I am not talking about IVF or anything like that. I want to know the natural way how these two are going to procreate. I want to know. And is she even ovulating? She might not be. I don't know. I want to know naturally. And you can use any sort of hydraulic equipment, crane, forklift, hoist, anything like that with your illustrations. Thank you. I'm just so over this show. It's not making sense to me. I'm not a writer, and I can write out something more plausible than these. Whatever. I don't care. I hope Tammy loses a lot of weight. I hope Tammy leads a happy and fulfilling life. So we started off the episode with her bitching out her entire family wanting to come home. She got an infection in her trach thing. So that delayed her leaving. And in those 2 weeks where she was recovering, she met and fell in love with Caleb, who had been there for a year but just not had any sort of contact with her or anyone else in that facility. They stayed together for 2 weeks, hitching their wheelchairs together, rolling around this facility, falling in love. Eventually, they wheeled themselves out to the parking lot, cleared out an area, got their friends to film it on their iPhones, and he proposed to her with a dinkity-donk ring, and they announced it on social media, but she is not going to tell her family just yet. Okay.
That was the funny part.
Okay. How have y'all watched this? How have y'all watched this mess? Were the storylines better before? Because I'm 2 seasons in and not one of these episodes have made sense. Not one. And since this is Thousand Pound Sisters, if what they say in the rag magazines that she's gone and gotten a house somewhere else and not in the same place as her family, how are we still calling this Thousand Pound Sisters? Just asking. Just asking.
Yeah.
Yes, FM. How have y'all watched this? I mean, I love reality TV, don't get me wrong. But I'm gonna need it to make some sort of sense and not irritate the fuck out of my spirit.
But here's the thing with them, though. Let's be honest. They're not very interesting, right? They're not, for my take. But I will say this: I would rather watch them than Whitney. Just saying. But I think people were watching.
Annoying.
I think people were watching to see if Tammy would actually get the surgery. Now that now that she's gotten the surgery, there's no reason to watch. I'm sorry. I mean, the end game has been reached.
Well, you had said this should be the end once she gets the surgery, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we all know she's going to eat her way through it. So we're just waiting for that. Honestly, when Amy went to the hospital with all those stomach pains, all of us was sitting here saying that she ruptured her stomach.
Mm-hmm.
She ate through her bypass or a sleeve or whatever it was she had. We have no confidence in anyone in this family.
Of course not. That would be foolish.
Tammy got married on November 19, 2022. Yeah, I saw those pictures. That's what they're hoping to sell us on for next season. Well, rather sell y'all on.
The wedding.
I know. And the possible of bumping uglies. Ugh. Can't. I watch it because you review. The only one I get up to watch is yes, Mass Australia. It is a hot mess, but they're getting sloppy too. They're getting real sloppy, but it's still fun to watch. They need to stop telling us what's entertaining. If they showed therapy sessions, healthy cooking, etc., those various aspects of the family's recovery, it could really help people. Correct. But I guess that doesn't sell advertising.
Right. And it's funny that this is still called the Learning Channel too. I still can't get past that.
What burning candle?
The learning. This is the Learning
Channel.
Oh,
the Learning Channel. Oh, okay. I was like, oh my God. This stopped being the Learning Channel after they got rid of A Baby Story. I'm just saying, I used to watch A Baby Story and then A Wedding Story. And then A Wedding Story became four weddings. And then that became really super bitchy. And then we got 90 Day. What happened? The evolution of TLC.
Isn't that hilarious when you think about it?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you really sit back and think about it, you're like, it's like, okay.
Okay, gotta love how Amy's dreading getting her weight down since she's had the baby. It's kind of sad, actually. She should really want to get things back on track herself. Exactly. When she said the doctor asked her to get as close to 20 pounds as possible in the next 2 weeks before their next appointment, she said that was excessive. How about we sew your lips shut and you only get protein drinks through a little hole in your lips? How about that? Oh my God. I can't with these. Anyhow, I don't have nothing more to say. I'm sorry. I've ranted. Sorry.
I think all of this, what it really is like you can see through the show. It's like whatever. And I think it becomes less entertaining.
Snow has a point. Look, TLC, give her 5% of all proceeds. TLC needs to rename 1,000-pound couple instead of 1,000-pound sisters. How much you want to bet? But you saw the article that you sent me where the family is going to TLC trying to renegotiate their contracts and also shopping another show to other channels. They want to be paid more. You vultures, you're not giving enough.
You so mean. You say you're not doing enough to get paid more?
Exactly. I'm on the side of production now. Do better to get better. What are we watching?
Shut up. What are we watching?
What are we watching? It's not entertaining. If I'm thinking more about getting a snack than watching you on this show.
That is a fair point.
If I'm thinking more about doing my laundry or cleaning up my kitchen instead of watching your show, I don't like housework. I don't. But if I'm thinking about that and actually going and dumping a load in, you've lost me.
Okay, is it bad that during this show I don't really watch it? I listen to it. And isn't it also really bad that I really don't care about the main characters? I'm more interested in Amanda and her divorce because here's why. She was letting us know what she was going through, right? I'm like, that's relatable. Like, you still got a kid in school, you're working full time, you're dealing with the aftermath of a divorce and how you're going to get through it. You know, you gained weight. There's a lot of things you need to do for yourself, and you're like, I want to know how you're going to navigate that.
Her confessionals are intriguing.
Yeah.
Because when she says something about how am I supposed to tell Amy something when quite clearly I've lost control of my own weight.
I'm like, that's relatable. That's honest. I can get behind Amanda, but just throw away the rest of her family. I'm serious. This show I don't really watch. I just listen to it because I can just discern the voices now. So like, okay, I know who's talking. I'm like, okay, Amy, you ain't saying nothing. Tammy, you full of shit. Amanda, what you got to talk about? Missy will chime in every so often. Michael, you just not there, so we don't care about you either. I mean, Amanda's the most interesting character on the show right now. She just really is.
But only if she's talking about the breakdown of her marriage and the breakdown of her healthier lifestyle, right? Due to the emotional turmoil. But when we get her in the gym with Misty and she starts drooling over the trainer, I'm not feeling it. Because why y'all always got to bring up a person of color so that they could get their groove back? Y'all need to fucking stop it. Because I see what you did with Caleb. I don't understand how this is like the fat Kardashian family.
Okay. Yeah.
There's more opportunity for people of color to be falling into these women than I don't know what. Sorry. I don't care. Oh, did you see that TikTok of the diagram of the Kardashians now that they found out that Tyga was married to Tristan Thompson's first baby mama?
No, I have not seen that yet.
And now that Tyga is dating Avril Lavigne, like they even roped in the Jenners because Brody Jenner used to date Avril Lavigne.
Wow.
There is a TikTok with that shit, and it's in 2 parts. There's so many lines and babies and interconnections. It's like a cable knit sweater. It's ridiculous. But yeah, this is the hillbilly version. Sorry. I don't know. What do we have here?
Everyone has to eat food. We all can improve our habits in this show. In theory, should be related for even just that aspect, but it's becoming less and less because they opt to show it. And see, here's the thing. Exactly. Like when you get the bits of Amanda and her, like talking about her real life and what's going on, I'm like, I got you. Like, this is intriguing, but when I hear the other one come on the screen, I'm like, you know what? Why you? And I found myself this episode like, why are you here?
This is my inner monologue. Okay. When Amy come on the screen, I'm like, have you taken a bath and have you bathed those babies? When Chris come on the screen, I'm like, if you fucking talk about your skin removal one more time, I'm going to kick in my TV. When Amanda come on the screen, I'm like, who you bossing around now? When Misty come on the screen, I'm like, so are you going to say anything this episode? Then we see Tammy, and I'm like, what fucking fraudulent fuckery are you going to bring on my screen now? And then he come rolling in Caleb.
No, you didn't say that. That was like the perfect segue. So, you said, what kind of fraudulent fucker you gonna put on my screen in the enroll? That's like perfect. That's like the perfect way to say. He just rolled on in.
Hey y'all.
And he's just like, okay, I know you gotta wrap this up, but I do have to have a question. Didn't Caleb seem like he was auditioning? Like,
Caleb is the biggest actor on this show.
Oh, thank you. Okay, it's not just me. It's not just me. Because the way
when they were having lunch, and he was like, "Here we are, having our chicken chili." I was like, "Fuck! Remember when we used to eat the whole pot? Y'all still eating the whole pot? We just say get it on video." I hate y'all. I hate this show.
And then in the confessionals, he would do one of these like. Did you see that? Did you catch that? Did you tell me you caught that?
He is a ham. He is hamming it up on this show. He's like, I've hit the jackpot. I'm gonna get my SAG card. I'm gonna be the fat dude on all future CSI shows. I'm gonna be dead fat guy in the gutter on I don't know what movie. He sees a whole future. Okay, he is the total opposite of Michael, but yet the same thing, because both of them have latched on to women who have what they think is a secure bag, right? The difference is that Michael probably quit his job and just don't even bathe anymore and sit at home and play video games and help her videotape herself for her YouTube, right? He's just, I'm gonna sit here until this runs out, and then when she leaves me, I'll go back down to the mill and get another job, right? Whereas Caleb rolling in, he's like, this is going to be the ground floor to my success. And this is going to be my jump off point, because let's just face it, I'm the entertainment here. I've got the personality. Ha cha cha. And this is where I take off. She's a means to an end. Both of them are. Does Chris have his wife last name, or is he and his sister we found out last week that Chris is a half sibling, so he might have a different last name from the other siblings. Yeah And they said him and Misty are the two oldest, so maybe he was the first baby.
Right.
And then she had the rest of the kids with somebody else, I'm assuming. But look, okay, so look, how is that the most interesting thing that we took away from last week's episode? Chris being a half sibling, and that him and Misty were the two oldest. That was the most interesting thing I took away from last week's episode. And Tammy had her whole surgery. This is not a good show. This is not a good show. I don't know. What does Michael do all day? Obviously not bathe his children or himself. Whatever. I hate this show. Misty does not say no. She don't. But she's turned out to be the most likable out of all of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it, Jamal.
That's all we got.
We have sat here and complained about this show. Oh my God.
I don't consider it complaining. I just consider it pointing out mistakes production has made. We're trying to help them.
They're not listening, though.
Well, of course not.
At this point, I will volunteer my time to help make this show better. I'll give y'all 5 minutes.
It's an easy fix too. That's the thing. It's an easy fix. Like, quit trying to force these storylines and just show us the uncut footage. Show us the raw footage. I want to see what's on the cutting room floor.
I feel this is the best they got.
Ouch.
This is the best they got.
This is as good as it gets.
Yes. That fat fuck rolling in there going, hey, y'all, I'm here. Ugh. You gonna cover new wife takes brother husband? Yeah, we're doing brother husbands right.
Oh, that's gonna be a scream. I'm here for that kind of mess. I'm here for that's gonna be hilarious. Because one of the wives is gonna slip up and say something real inappropriate, and I want to see that.
But here's the thing, right? Because I have a feeling it's replacing MILF Manor. MILF Manor has taken the TLC channel to its lowest point ever, to where I am questioning how this show even cleared censors. Honestly, I sit in amazement every week watching episode after episode, dumbfounded. Am I thinking about laundry or housework? No, because I'm sitting there with my mouth open going, what am I watching?
Here's the thing. I just want to know, like, how do they present that show? Like, I'm like, I would look to see the pilot presentation. I want to see the pilot presentation because I'm with you. How did they get the green light?
How they pitched that idea for that show.
Mm-hmm.
I got a great idea, y'all. Matt Sharp, sit back, buckle up. We got a bunch of older women, and they love young men. How about we bring their sons to a villa in Mexico, and that we tell them they're going to, find some young men to date. And it's actually their sons. I think this is a good idea. And he gives it the green light. Huh? Okay. All right. But in saying what we say about MILF Manor, I feel that we're going to be going even lower with brother husbands. And they had a trial run at this a couple of years ago. They told the story of a woman who had multiple husbands or something like that. I think it's gonna be horrible. Do they throw a dice who's going to be the daddy for her kid? I would think if it was a priority to the husbands to want an offspring, that they would allow that husband to shoot the shot exclusively for an ovulation period, right? But if they're of the opinion that, any child that we have, it's all of our children, then it might not be of importance. I guess it's all based on what they've agreed to in their relationship. It is a great question, though. I hope it comes up. Because for me, technically, I'm always thinking about a rainy day situation. I would want to know who the father of my child is just for child support purposes. Do I really think that this kind of relationship is going to last eternity? No. I'm just saying. I cannot even imagine having two. One is enough. Sometimes one is too much and you got to get rid of them. Take a break. Just saying. Jamal, any final comments? Because we have to get ready for the top of the hour where we're talking about best friends.
Oh yeah, I'm good on the show. I mean, like I said, here's the whole thing. This show, this really should be the series finale. Tammy's got her surgery. I keep wanting to say Amy. Tammy's got her surgery. I mean, I'm not really interested in Amy like starting this process again and then messing it up by getting pregnant again. Or did she have everything taken care of during surgery?
I think she spoke about it. Yeah, I think she spoke about it, but I don't know if she actually did the snip. But quite honestly, I wouldn't do the snip. I would make Michael get the snip because she lucked out with 2 decent babies from him.
Right. So I'm just not. To me, Amy's not interesting because we know what's going to happen. She's going to fail. I'm not like Amy doesn't interest me because here's the thing: she is where she is. She is where she is in life, and I don't see much character development coming from her.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I see it. So I'm not interested in her.
I'm not going to say what I wanted to say. I'm just going to shut my mouth.
Okay, everyone. That being said, come back and see us in about what? 3 minutes.
3 minutes. All right. Until next time, Jamal.
Of course.
All right. Bye, y'all.